Common, Elven and Dwarven. They are the three generic languages in fantasy, tracing back to Tolkien's Lord of the Rings series. In 5th edition D&D, the languages are grouped based upon their script, which is the type of lettering or alphabet that's used to write the language down. For a real-world example, English, French, Spanish and Italian are all Latin root languages and thus use the Latin script, A, B, C, skip a few, Y, Z, as opposed to, say, the Cyrillic or Arabic script. Well, in Dungeons & Dragons we have the Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, Draconic, Infernal and the odd ones out, Celestial and Druidic scripts. Common, Gnoll and Halfling all use the Common script. Dwarven, Giant, Gnomish, Goblin, Orcish, Terran and Primordial all use the Dwarvish script. Elven, Aquan, Sylvan and Undercommon use the Elvish. Draconic, Auran and Ignan use the Draconic script. Infernal and Abyssal both use the Infernal script. And Celestial and Druidic both use their own unique scripts. Deep Speech is strange and doesn't have a written form. Thieves' Cant is not a traditional language, it doesn't use a script. Dale Kingsmill does a great video on that topic. Thieves' Cant is more about conveying an encrypted message through a seemingly normal conversation, through use of body language, doublespeak and signals. For example, "The pigs are coming" is a well-known example of Thieves' Cant, wherein the imagery of a pig is used to mean law enforcers. Something to note is that the elemental languages Ignan, Auran, Aquan and Terran are all dialects of Primordial, and as a result can be spoken and understood by elemental speakers, but are written in different scripts, and therefore the writing can only be understood by those who know the dialect in its written form. Also worth noting is that Primordial is older than Dwarven, suggesting that it's actually the root language and origin of the Dwarvish script. Back on the topic of scripts, while a Dwarven speaker might not know Gnomish, because they're written in the same script, the Dwarven speaker could probably read Gnomish aloud even if they don't understand what it means, albeit with a Dwarven accent. Just as I, as an English speaker, could read Spanish, even if "que pasa" ends up sounding like "que pasa." In 5e, languages you know are dictated by the race you've chosen, and any others granted by your background or feat selection. In 3.x/Pathfinder, your languages are provided by your race, plus extra languages equal to your intelligence modifier, and one more for each rank you take in Linguistics, and whatever feats or traits you might have. I think I prefer the Pathfinder rules on this one, but the 5e solution is not so bad. This would be the end of the video, but I want to take a moment to talk about the Chinese written language, and how instead of a phonetic written language they use characters that have meanings rather than sounds tied to them. Because of the size of China and since communities were so isolated, their spoken languages developed separately, yet they maintained a shared written language, and thus important leaders can send a written letter originally dictated in one language and then later be read out in the recipient's native language. Just something to consider if you're writing your own fantasy world, or fantasy languages. This video was requested by Doodle Dodo over on Discord. If anyone has any requests, just drop it in the comments section or send me a message over YouTube or Discord and I will do my best to get around to it. Thanks for watching, peace out.